And we're live. The eagle just showed up. Just showed up now. I was just thinking I was going to go for a record this time. I'd do 2 hours with no one showing up. That would be a record. But Peter showed up. How come? You can't feel something for a whole day. Yeah, I get it, man. My ex-wife used to work with autistic people. Peter, your calling is greater than, well, not that that's not a good calling, but yeah, I had kind of a download a couple nights ago. It's kind of tough to talk about because it sounds like crazy talk, but big things are in motion. And if I stay still, that motion will be appropriate and it will result in some big things occurring. So, again, it's always just holding on to the practice. 2026, it's all going to break open. Yeah, so just hang in there as long as you can because what we are involved in here is the second coming. It's Kali. Like, like it's all true. Like I was completely, even though I understand this, it really hit me physically a couple nights ago how important this is and how important it is that I remain still in this process. Because according to my theory, everyone's world is their own. And then Ramana said that whoever has the strongest mind, their world will prevail. So you add those two together, and you could almost see that as The human with the strongest, not even human, right? That's transcendent of human, but the human that has the strongest mind, that world will prevail. But that world is just the senses, not augmented through technology. So this is the second coming of Christ, but you can't say it that way. I can't say that I'm the second coming of Christ. That's why I said it the way I said it. I didn't even know why I said it the way I said it, but I said it that this time it's the message, it's not a person, right? So it's the Holy Ghost this time. Yeah, you get it. It makes perfect sense. Absolute perfect sense. So this time it's the Holy Ghost. And it's the message, because unfortunately, what happened last time is that everyone just thought, well, Jesus is my savior, so I'm just gonna like sign some sort of agreement. I'll ask Jesus into my heart and he'll just save everyone. He'll just save me. So I'll just sign on this contract, right? And then just live life normally, and then Jesus will come back and just save us all. So that's we can't have that this time. So we have to realize that everyone's in this. You have to save yourself. So that's what this message is. It's not me. I, I'm probably erase this. This one. I'm probably gonna erase this one. So it wouldn't be in error to say that that if you wanted to, you could say that I am the second coming of Christ. I know. This is why I'm erasing this as soon as it's done, because people will try to shoot me, right? If I say that I'm the second coming of Christ. So that's why I didn't say that. That's why I said it's the message, because people got to figure this out. There's no one coming to save you. People, Christians. There's no one coming to save you. You have to save yourself. The message is telling you how to save yourself. I will erase this satsang when it's done, because I'm kind of declaring myself as the second coming of Christ, and that won't go over very well. It doesn't have to be that narrative. The narrative this time is the message. Because everyone's got to save themselves. Exactly. Yeah, like it sounds like I'm got the biggest ego ever, but I can say this stuff actually because I don't really have an ego. Like it doesn't. So I understand how these advanced spiritual dudes fall from grace. Like I guess Deepak isn't really that advanced, but he's falling, right? Like and Osho and these guys that get really close and then it all goes wrong, right? So until the very end, one has to keep with the practice. I'm not on the Epstein list. In the end, everything's revealed, right? In the end, everything's revealed. Yeah, yeah, pretty sure. Well, I have sent out another letter, 4 pages, and it's to Swami Sarva Priyananda because he's on a roll right now. He, in 2 days, there were released 2 interview podcasts with him. One by the guy that it's called Know Yourself, I think, that podcast, and Alex O'Connor, who has almost 2 million, young guy, has almost 2 million followers. And it's interesting because his path, he went from kind of atheist to Christian, and now I can tell, well, because he said it, he's intuiting that Advaita Vedanta is the highest truth. So Swami he's the only legit dude around, I think. Like, he is masterful at relating, at teaching Advaita Vedanta. So what happened is he's pretty legit. Yeah, man. Like, everything he says, I completely agree with. I just don't think he goes far enough into the practice, right? There's just a subtle little, like, it's, dude, you got to emphasize that meditation more, right? Than just knowledge. But anyway, I sent him 4 pages convincing him to try to investigate my work because it's Kali, right? It's fucking Kali, and Kali destroys illusion violently, right? So it's not. And I told him, it's a mistake to try to merge science with spirituality because everyone's even he's doing that, right? Subtly. But the final truth is here now. It's the second coming. The final truth is here now, and we are privy to it, guys. We're not crazy. I almost had a breakdown convincing myself again that I'm not fucking crazy. Well, if we got together, we would be good cop, bad cop, right? I would obviously be bad cop, and he would be good cop because he had a discussion with Bernardo. Like, he and Bernardo had a big chat for like 2 hours, and they were buddy buddy. So yeah, he is diplomatic and kind, where I'm just a sledgehammer and fuck you, like, right? So anyway, so it says on the website, right, the New York Society, Vedanta Society, says there that Swami doesn't have time to read your little theories, right? He didn't say little, but, and I said on the outside of the package, on the envelope, I said, you have to make an exception this time, please. And then I said, it's just 4 pages. It's going to take him 5 minutes. Just please give this to Swami. And then I said, feel free to Google my name first. And then if you Google my name, actually a whole bunch of really cool shit comes up. So it makes me look really fucking interesting. So this is another one of these trying to network, right? Trying to get a person to spread this, because only you guys will listen to me, and hundreds of thousands of people will listen to Swami. And he's so, like, the ability to reason with this guy, right? It's just so clear. It's just reason. It's not woo woo. It's philosophy. The perennial philosophy. Like he can reason, right? So, and he can reason from my perspective. He gets it completely. We talk the same fucking words. So I am certain that if Swami reads those 4 pages, this is what's going to break it out. So I'm dialed in. I'm dialed in. There's nothing else. I have to be dialed in here. You know what I mean? So if we kind of have that intention as well, and we hold the stillness with that intention loosely held, then Swami will open that package. And Kali will be released upon the world. Swami Sarva Priyananda, just like it sounds. Sarva Priyananda. He does a masterful job of explaining Advaita Vedanta. He is the Dalai Lama of Advaita Vedanta. That's the guy there, yeah. No Epstein. But he's really catching momentum now, right? In the last month, I've seen him talk with Bernardo Kastrup and then these 2 YouTubers that between the 2 of them have 2.5 million followers, right? He's on a roll. And it's so interesting to watch these 2 YouTubers, Alex O'Connor and this other guy, Andre from Know Yourself podcast. Young guys that are really getting it, right? They're really, so the momentum there is with them too, right? So I contacted both of them too as well, obviously. So we'll see. We'll see. The falsity has to be revealed. The truth will not come to fruition until we recognize what is false. And everything is false. Everything that the mind has created is false and a deception. So we have to recognize this and admit it and say it openly that science is, physics especially, is exactly the process that projects the illusion of duality. We can't try to fit science with spirituality. Science is the antithesis of spirituality. So we can't keep doing that. We can't assume that science is correct and then we try to show how science is leading to spirituality. It fucking isn't. So everyone is making this mistake, even Swami, right? Oh, well, the quantum stuff is showing. No, the quantum stuff is projecting the illusion of duality. It has nothing to do with spirituality at all. So in order for this message to get fully realized, we have to recognize where we're wrong. It has nothing to do with how anything about Roy. Roy is grateful and somewhat overwhelmed with the responsibility of being a messenger of God. Like I was hit with the responsibility of it, right? It's like, you hear those, oh, be careful what you wish for because you'll get it. And it's like, yeah, haha, but I don't really get it, but because that would be cool if I got everything I wanted. But the stuff that you don't, the all the baggage that comes with it, you don't know the baggage that comes with it, right? So it's like your keys, your coins, right? Like the responsibility of a messenger of God is you can't just discover a message from God and just go, okay, I guess I'll go back to my normal life now. Like, yeah, yeah. And you know what's ironic, kind of ironic, is that his island is about 30 hectares. It's my land and that island is about the same square footage, same area. Yes. So the temple, his temple, had a bed in the middle, just a bed. Mm-hmm. Big bed. So yeah, it's a little different here. Yeah, people come here to cleanse their ego, and people go there to play with the ego. Yes, reality versus deception. Oh, yes, you're following him, are you? Yeah. The point isn't to change the world, the point is to transcend the world. My question to you would actually be, why are you following him? Yeah, me too. That didn't last very long with Shunya for me either. Yeah, see, the cool thing is that he agrees. He agrees with the FMOR. So to me, he can't be crazy. He's probably on the edge of being completely sane, right? Because if he can recognize that the FMOR is exactly what it says it is, then he can't be nuts, or he's nuts and he's just got lucky. Oh no, he's a no name. No one knows him. He's just a dude. Well, I think Daniel contacted me, I think, after reading my stuff on Substack. And then we had one Zoom meeting. Fashionably be late, hey, Ryan, as always. A wizard's never late. He always arrives when he intends to. Hey, Ryan, are Newton's laws of gravity enough for cosmology? Like enough to predict the movements of the planets? So you don't need quantum mechanics technically to obviously do map the heavens, right? But you need quantum mechanics to build the devices, these fancy telescopes, right? See, I think quantum mechanics is wrong. I think quantum mechanics is bad news. You need Einstein. Okay, but Einstein is still pre-quantum, right? Einstein is still pre-quantum. So we should be looking out, not in. I think that you took the right science path because again, we can see the dots in the sky with our eyes and we can't see cells with our eyes. So to me, we should be going out, but with our consciousness, not with our fucking bodies like Elon's doing, right? It's not a physical thing, it's a mental thing. Yeah, well, space time is just two, right? They start with two and try to derive one from two. Space time, if it was its own thing, should have its own word, its own name, like Bob, right? But it's called space time. It's not called Bob. It's called space time. So it's just like, oh, we're going to start with an imaginary grid, and then we're going to make that imaginary. We're going to start with a line, and then we're going to have another line orthogonal to that line, and then we're going to have a grid, a 2D grid, and then from that 2D grid, we can have another 2D grid orthogonal to that plane, and then we're going to have a 3D grid, and then all those points, then we have 3 points, 3 lines conjoining into 1 point. So it's just different ways of trying to get to singularity from multiplicity. And it's the other way around. You have to start with one and derive two from one. So they're starting with two and they're trying to derive one from two. Correct? Yes. So yeah, it's the same system, right? It's the same system. But somehow quantum went more with just thoughts. We're just gonna just keep piling thoughts onto concepts and concepts and concepts. And then you just end up with the wave function, which is all concept. It's a realm that has no connection to physical experience other than the visual one. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, right? It's so obvious. They start with two and they try to derive one from two. Mm-hmm. See, with string theory, they're trying to start with one, right? They're trying to start with one and derive everything from that. But it can't be a thing, right? The one is not a physical object. You can't describe it. So they're trying, again, string theory is just trying to describe the one. But it's fucking not a physical dimension. It it's it it's just showing that the narrative, the map is not the territory. It, of course, they're gonna break down because they're wrong. And here's something that I never hear anyone talk about: is it's so like so the theory of everything, the physical theory of everything, is trying to unify particles and waves. No, it's no, that's no forces. I'm sorry, it's trying to join forces. But shouldn't you be trying to unify particles and the forces? So you're not, so the theory of everything is trying to unify two theories of forces, correct? But shouldn't the theory of everything be trying to unify particles and forces? Am I right? Solution seeker, please. You know what I mean, right? Is that why aren't they trying to unify particles and forces? Because the theory of everything trying to unify general relativity and quantum mechanics, well, those are force theories, right? So they would still have a force pushing around fucking particles, right? So that wouldn't help anything, would it? But they're forces. You see what I mean, right? Is that you should be trying to unify the concept of a particle with the concept of a wave into whatever the fuck, the observer, right? That's the observer. That's where the particle and the wave, the particle and the force, there isn't a particle that's separate from the thing moving the particle around, right? What they're actually doing is separating things. They just keep fucking separating things. Physics just cuts things in half. That's all it does. Is fucking, it just cuts things conceptually into half. Yeah, it just bifurcates everything. And then it tries to convince us that the bifurcation is the reality. Well, but yeah, because they're, again, they're the poles, right? They're the dualistic illusions that are projected through the process of physics itself. It's like they put on glasses that has a beam splitter, so it just makes everything look. It just looks like everything's doubled. It just everything is bifurcated. Put on these glasses called physics, and when you put those glasses on, everything you see bifurcates. The whole fucking thing. It's just like being tripping out on salvia. Everything's just bifurcating. It's like the many worlds happening, right? That's what it is. Physics is glasses. That is a beam splitter. It just, everywhere you look, it just bifurcates. Uh, reality, this world that humans have created, it's like the onion skit. The whole thing has become a parody of itself. Ask a question, any question. If new people show up, don't be afraid, just ask a question. it's like it's like gravity. Like there's something about this. A threshold has to be. Most humans are just sheep, right? So they won't act until someone acts first. Like I've seen, there's this video of, there's quite a few videos. Like there's one, that terrible fire that was, I forget where it was, a few weeks ago. There was a nightclub fire, and a dozen people died or whatever. And there, the ceiling is on fire. The ceiling is on fire, right? And there's people standing there, videotaping the fire on their phones. Okay. And those people died because they it, and then there was another one of an avalanche, and there's a group of people watching this avalanche, videotaping it, of course, right? So you don't understand the reality of it when you're, oh look, there's an avalanche coming towards us, and no one decided to this was dangerous, so they all just sat there. Like, people need to be able to make their own fucking decisions, and discernment. You need to be able to discern for yourself, and it doesn't matter how many people. Here's a pretty good rule of thumb: if a whole bunch of people are following it, it's fucking wrong. And probably the more people that are following it that all agree, it's probably more wrong, because we're deluded. The entirety of humanity is in a state of delusion. So it's blind leading the blind, the deluded leading the deluded. So you have to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, and go against the tide, go against all of what humanity is going. You have to break away from convention and join us. 'Cause it's just, like, I'm sitting here happy, right? So if you showed up recently, I've actually declared myself earlier as the second coming of Christ. I did. I did. And I'm serious. And I'm trying to show humanity how to save themselves because no one's coming to save you. And I'm just showing your innate happiness. I'm sitting here happy. So if someone were to challenge me, all right, well, you say you're Jesus, perform a miracle. And I would say, I am, you're just not getting it. And the miracle is, I'm sitting here happy. There's an appearance of a human here that's actually just sitting here happy. Now, how many humans can just sit, staring out a window, not thinking, no thoughts? You understand? That's the miracle, right? Look at 99% of the people that come in here and then fucking leave immediately. Those people won't be able to stop their thoughts, right? It'll seem like a miracle if you actually stop and think about it and look at your own situation. It would be a miracle for you to stop thinking, right? Right? So I'm performing a miracle for fucking an hour and 41 minutes now. But it's an internal thing. You can't, I'm not flying around or curing cancer. I'm curing suffering. In this era, no one would believe a person flying around and doing miracles anyway, right? It would. Oh yeah, sure, yeah. There's someone flying around. It's like, yeah, right. There's miracles would do no good because you're not proving anything. And anyway, it doesn't matter anyway because you change the situations in a dream. Well, okay, you're still in a dream. What's the point? What are you doing? So miracles were never the point. Changing the dream doesn't really change anything. The miracle is being lucid in the dream. That's the miracle. I think so. Psychological suffering, mental suffering. So all the karma, all the physical karma that remains at the end of this physical life, if you're trying to avoid it by taking chemicals and stuff, unnatural chemicals, then that all that karma needs to be paid. They're just changing it to a different bill. They're just writing it on a different receipt. It's like, all right, now you need to pay this karma, not in you're trying to avoid the physical karma. So now you need to pay it mentally. So all of this physical pain that we have been inflicting on animals, right? Human consciousness has been inflicting massive amounts of physical suffering onto the natural world. So now we have to fucking pay for it. And we refuse to pay for it. We're trying to avoid it, right? By chemicals and suppressing physical suffering, actual physical pain. But now we have to pay for that with mental pain. It's all very simple, people. Taoism 101. So we just keep rolling the debt forward, don't we? Just like the fiat currency system. And what's the fiat currency system doing? It's exploding into hyperinflation. It has no value, right? Same thing happening. It's all fractals and fractals and fractals of fractals and fractals. Holograms of holograms and holograms. Holograms of fractals. Yeah, someone's got to step up and just fucking. I'm game. I'm game. Bring it. Someone's got to fucking. This is it. I'm it. This is it. It's it. It's. I'm as surprised as anyone else. I don't think Christ was born knowing that, like, I don't think he. If Jesus is coming again, then he can't be fully enlightened, correct? And perhaps he wasn't. Perhaps he wasn't fully liberated. Maybe he was a bodhisattva, right? That keeps coming back. And maybe it just took a while for him to come back because he's pretty fucking close to being enlightened, right? So, dude, you're my gang, right? So I'm just going to be completely honest with you. Is a couple nights ago, I broke down. Like, I wept strong, really strong, because this was revealed to me that why not? Why aren't I the second coming of Christ? I mean, it makes sense. This message, right? Like, I mean, we're all God. We're all God. And when you realize that, and you realize that you are the God of your world, the responsibility that comes with that is overwhelming. Your keys, your coins. Yes, Ryan, I want to make this also came to me in this download, is that this is why it's not a person. This time, it's not a person. It's a message, right? So this time, it's the Holy Ghost. It makes perfect sense, right? It's the yin. This time, it's the yin aspect of God that's manifesting, which is thought, right? It's not about this biological body that people call Roy Dobson. It's about the fucking information coming out of Roy Dobson, right? So the second coming, yes, is the Holy Ghost. It's not this dude. It's what's coming out of this dude's mouth, right? Makes sense. Isn't it great? Like, this must be how it goes. Like in real time, right? It's not just right like the stories. It's not real time. This is how this is biblical in real time. You guys, you, we are playing the game at the fundamental level. So the power that you guys, the stillness that our little group with as much stillness as it can hold is a powerful unit, guys. This the stillness, it's like being next to the printing presses, right? It's like finance. It's like the guys who are right next to the printing press. They get first dibs on it, get to be rich. And we are intimately close to that creation system. And like being still, basically, is the source of power of all this manifestation. So yeah, in a way, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, but yes, they say it, right? Niz finally says, yeah, I'm God. You got a problem with that? So yeah, okay. So you could say that I'm the manifestation of Christ this go around, and you guys are the new apostles. Why not? But God's not going to shoot me, or fucking lightning bolts aren't going to come out of the air and fucking kill me for saying this stuff. They're just words, and they're accurate words. It's just the way we've been trained to not believe this shit, right? So I'm breaking that, and it's breaking within me that it's okay to talk like this. It's the truth. So just openly talk like this. I'm not really, because it's the message, right? It's the message. The divert. Don't. I may be losing some internet here, but yeah. But also, the message is also don't worry about it. Like that which is like no one came around. Well, I'll be safe. I do believe that which is allowing me to say this stuff, and that which is doing all this with me, for me, is going to protect as well. So I would say that there's been a big change since our last meeting within me. I feel it. I almost feel the power. So the message, it's out there now, and now I just need to stay in stillness and let the universe deal with it. The universe knows what to do. See, and the crucifixion, that's the point where I really got to question, okay, was Christ really fully liberated? Because if someone's fully liberated, you wouldn't expect them to say, my Lord, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Right? You wouldn't, that is like the biggest tell. I was a poker player, pretty good poker player for a while, and that's a tell. Right? True enough. It's kind of pointless to debate whether Christ was fully enlightened or not, but there's this thing that Christ was saying, that I'm going to come back and it's going to be at the end, but he's not going to save people. He's going to show people how to save themselves, those who are ready, and the ones who are just kicking around waiting for a ship, right? It's like they buy a ticket. You become a Christian, so you invite Jesus into your heart. Sorry. And then then you get that buys a ticket. All right. So now I'm a Christian. I'm a born again Christian. So I bought a ticket to the train that comes to load us all up and get us the hell out of here before Armageddon. Sorry, you're going to be really disappointed. The train's here. This is the train. You're not getting on board, though, are you? Like, you're going to miss the train. No one's coming to save you. I think that I really do. No matter, it doesn't matter. It's like crypto. It's like, I don't care if it's in the shitter right now. I don't care what the price is. I don't care what people are trying to do with it. Non-conceptuality is the successor to science. It is. It's going to destroy and supplant science itself. Probably starting with the imaginary unit. It's gonna just, I've already shown anyone who can fucking deliberate for themselves can understand the correct interpretation of quantum mechanics now. So I think that's gonna be the first domino, because it's the most obvious to me how fucked up it is, right? Exactly how it projects the illusion of duality. That's the first domino, I think, and then it's just going to collapse from there. Or the other way around, at quantity with the resolution to is math discovered or invented. That could also be a domino, because quantity itself, right? Quantum mechanics is obviously based on quantity. So if we get rid of the idea of quantity, then that domino can knock down the imaginary unit, or the imaginary unit can go backwards, and like, because they're both fucked. It's where the error began, is with counting and quantity, and then when the error finally is most errant is with the imaginary unit. So yeah, I've destroyed science, and it's going to be supplanted as the new inquiry by non-conceptuality. I'm so grateful being the vessel for this to come through. I feel so grateful. And you guys are testament to the validity of the theory, right? It works. It does what I say it does. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to put words to my state, and that's bliss. And then, oh, okay, after that, it's gratitude. It's like, okay, well, for some reason, I'm just going to acknowledge that I'm in a blissful state, which I don't know why I even do that. But then it's like, yes, thank you. Like, right? It's kind of a feedback loop that just keeps the gratitude, kind of brings more stillness. Like God wants to do more for you when you recognize its creation, right? Like, thank you for figuring this out. Have you experienced the wild frustration too? Because holy shit, right? It's it can be intense. But again, it's really all for you, right? All of this, whatever emerges out of your enlightenment is fine. But it's not selfish to just seek your own enlightenment. And then everything will flow naturally from your own liberation. But yeah, I've struggled too. It's like it's so surreal to understand what I understand and then have it so ignored and rejected. It's like, wow. So these three recent messages that I've sent out, I believe that one or more of them are going to hit, and all it'll take is one hit with these guys. We'll see. Again, it's all about just sticking to the practice. Yeah, Zen's close, but I've had my experience with two specifically, not just Buddhist, but Zen Buddhist priests. And one priest kicked me out of the Sangha, and the other one, she was trying to change the world. So once you reach Advaita Vedanta, it's just like there's nothing else. It's just everything else is a stepping stone to Advaita Vedanta. Yes. Advaita Vedanta is the highest truth. Like when you listen to Swami, it's just like, yeah. And it's words, right? We don't need the language of math. Like you just use reason. Like the language of words can describe human experience way better, obviously, than the language of math. So why aren't we using the language of words to figure this shit out? It's math is just resorting to language of math just means that you haven't figured it out within the language of words. So the language of math is describes half of your experience. Right? The objective experience is half. There's the whole subjective part. So anyway, yeah, so it's Advaita Vedanta is the highest truth. I was Christian for 30 years, I was a Buddhist for 10 years, and now I've been an Advaita Vedantist for basically 16. And that's it. That's my life is the experiment that's tested this out. And it's validated that Advaita Vedanta is the highest truth. Someone's got to stand up and say there's definite things now, right? There's definite. There, it's not all wishy-washy and merged and oh, you got to use your right language and you got to be right. No, it's this way. This is the way it is. And yeah, I just happen to know the way it is. Someone's got to. So take it or leave it, right? Good cop, bad cop. It's like every time someone asks Swami why, right? Like, well, why? Why? And one guy even, which one was it? I think it was Andre that said game. Like he used the word game. Why are we playing this game? And Swami gave kind of a light answer, right? Like he did use the word boredom. So of course, It's entertainment, right? So he himself, using the word boredom, it would be kind of a dull experience, right? It would be kind of a dull existence if we didn't have this, right? So that's entertainment. That's exactly the same thing I'm saying. So it's a game. Why not just say yes? That's it. It's a game. This is as close as we can get. This is the best analogy we can possibly get to describing why. Because it's just entertainment. So stop taking it so seriously. Like there's a lightness to life now, right? There's it's not so serious. It's just enjoyable. It's like when you're lucid in a nightmare, it just becomes fun. It's like, oh, look at that scary demon. Ooh, you're so scary, right? It's just you're just lucid. It's just it doesn't matter. It's we are a fractal of God, right? Like this is we are an expression of God, and God can play. God likes to play. Why not? Exactly. Fractal, fractal, fractal. Just yeah. Yeah. See, this world is like reality, right? You can't say reality's like this. This is like reality. So there's games because this is a game, right? There's acting because this is an act. I don't know that one. Like of course mirrors, right? Like well, I have some chores to attend to, snow removal and such. So I'm going to call her, but I might do this again tomorrow. I got nothing else to do. No pressure to show up tomorrow, but I don't think I got anything else to do. NFL's done. So I might do this again tomorrow. All right, guys. We're it. We're it. You guys obviously have been here for fucking years now, right? Has it been years? So we're it. We are the first sprout of non-conceptuality. It's been rooted in my consciousness. The roots were in my consciousness for a decade, and now the sprout is you guys. So now it's sprouting. Thank you. We'll see you wizards next time, whenever that time is. Thanks, guys.